It's the idiot check, it's the idiot check. Have we accounted for all those idiots yet? It's the idiot check, it's the idiot check. Oh yeah, we're all here.
Okay. Coming at ya.
Energy.
Come on, everyone. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
We're back.
Episode 40 something.
7.
Is it? No, it's not. Is it? Give over. The 47.
47.
I'm quite
Bloody
surprised. That's the
hell.
first time I've been, I wouldn't say impressed, but nearly impressed that we're nearly on 50.
I mean, the way we're going, though, is another 3 to 50. It could be another 6 months.
No, we can do this. We can do this.
We can.
We can do
Let's
this.
knuckle down, yeah?
We are awful at doing this podcast, so...
It's not our fault. Well, it
Whose
is.
fault
But
is it then?
It's not government, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Bloody government, bloody Trump, all of them. We're here now, and that's all
Yeah.
that matters, isn't it?
It is. That's
They
good.
thought, oh, it was lockdown, the guys would be podding all the time.
No.
Didn't happen.
Well, that was the plan until Paul was selfish and had to go and have a baby.
People do that, don't they? Ruin
Here's a thing that
everyone's
happens.
lives.
Yeah.
So it's not only ruin. No, that's not what I was going to say. Hang on a sec. I wouldn't say that. I don't think. That doesn't sound like me.
You said all sorts of things in
Yeah.
this pod, mate.
And
We've
then
got it.
you redacted at a later date.
So what's going on? What's going on? What we doing this week?
We're having a great chat, and we've got Rumble in the Jingle this week.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's back. I've
It's
missed
back.
it.
The
I haven't.
nation's favourite feature.
I dread it.
I dreaded it big time. I put it off.
You two both did your jingles today, is that correct?
Yeah.
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 Yep. I think I usually do mine maybe the day before, but yeah, I literally just finished it. So, but no,
I'm
somehow
looking
the
forward to
idea
it.
came, and it's the theme. If everyone remembers, which they put. Oh no, we wouldn't have said it because that would have been a thing. If we were a real podcast, we would like tease it.
Yeah, we would
and
have
then,
teed it up.
But no, Disney themes. Is that a good explanation? Disney
Yeah.
themes.
Yeah, it's fairly broad.
New
isn't it?
Disney themes. Yeah, sort of reimagined,
That's not
rethought.
New Disney. Yeah.
Oh.
It's not
No,
new
well-
Disney themed, is it? Have you written a new song? Oh God.
Well, we could go into this later.
Yeah, let's put this off because
Doesn't really matter,
We
does
do
it?
it now. People will switch off
Good
after
point.
the
Good point.
after
Good
the
point.
jingles. Well, we have to think about
Go on.
Drumble in the Jingle.
Drumble
like
in the Jingle.
It's,
Dancing in the Moonlight
Yes.
in a top loader set.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Play it last. Play it.
Because you don't want to
Twice.
play it early
or
on
not
and
last, but don't open
Yeah.
with it because then people will leave.
then people will
'Cause-
walk out during Let the People Know, and we don't want that.
Oh, Achilles heel.
Let the people go.
Let the people go.
Through the rain and snow, let the people know, let the people know the way. When it's time to go, let the people go, let the people go away. Running high.
It's, Hannah and her family have bought me a guitar, by the way. Paul, acoustic guitar.
Cool.
I don't know what it looks like, but the way they revealed it to me was it's quite nice. It was like, you know, that kind of pass a parcel thing where it's a big old
Oh
box.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like went down to like another box inside another box inside another box. And there was a tiny little box and I opened that up and there was a teaspoon in the shape of a guitar. And for a second I was just confused. Like, I don't understand. And they were like, we've bought you a guitar. And I was like, oh.
Is that
And
it?
then I said, I think I was slightly thrown because this is a bass.
What?
Oh, they fucked it.
It's
They
a
fucked
bass
it.
I
guitar.
see.
A bass guitar teaspoon.
Oh, no.
Otherwise, it made perfect sense. Yeah, my
Yeah.
brother used to do that. He used to wrap stuff in giant boxes. It was always really upsettingly disappointing.
Yeah,
you just
I
think
mean,
you've
this
got
one
some
wasn't
giant
because
thing.
actually the present they have got me would come in an even bigger box. But usually in those
Sure.
situations, it's always more disappointing because you think it's going to be a big thing and it turns out to be a very tiny
Yeah.
thing.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but what is actually good that's big?
Car,
House.
What, in a box?
a motorbike. Oh, like a kind of consumer product. That's big.
Yeah.
I don't know, like when you were a kid, like those sort of Tracy Island things, or
Oh,
Yeah.
Tracy
some
Island.
kind
Yeah,
of
good point.
some kind
Or
of
anything
playground
Lego or-
swing or something. I don't know.
I've forgotten what it was like to be.
Or those
Young.
little cars that you sit in and they they drive around. The little sort of.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you've forgotten what it's like to be young.
Yeah. I've just forgotten what.
Sad.
It's like.
Right.
But then you've
Mr.
got kids,
Dad.
mate. You should don't
Yeah, I
supposed to
know.
be living it through them.
I don't fit in those cars.
Yeah, you're watching all the Disney shit.
Is it a bit like,
Yeah.
oh, your childhood's shit compared to mine, to what my one was like? Is that what you say to your children? Yeah, go ahead.
I just,
You don't know
I just
you've
think if
been
I see
born.
something big now, I think, oh God, where am I going to put that?
Yeah,
As
that's
the actress said to the
Yeah, I mean-
bishop.
If it was a penis, I'd gladly accept. And hold on to that.
All that bandwidth hanging about in your house.
Yeah.
You stick it
Just
there.
in future, just upload something to my cloud, and I'll get around to it. Pop it in my Google Drive.
There's probably a whole forum or even a kink, isn't there? A fetish for like tech-based dirty talk.
that's funny.
It must be.
Funny,
I reckon
funny.
there will
You should
be.
say that because we've got a rumble in the jingle coming up.
Oh,
I've
he's
got a
gone
bit-
filthy.
I've got a bit of that kind of thing in mind, guys.
Fully based.
Oh,
Dirty tech. Yeah, that's coming up. Looking forward to that.
yeah, we'll do
Before
that.
we get onto that, though, have we got any emails?
We bloody have, you know. We bloody have.
Hit the jing.
Won't someone send me an email? 'Cause I don't have anyone. Please someone send me an email. Hello@idiot-check.com.
I'll read two.
Okay.
Because but there's a couple of them are quite long. I'll read
We've
them in
got three,
order.
did you say?
We got we got three. I'm going to ignore one for now.
Okay.
Oh, well, for another show or for
For another show. Yeah.
Oh.
Mainly because I'm doing them in order of interesting.
Okay. What, ascending or descending?
Descending.
Excited.
Yeah. Okay. This is from Barney Willow. The title of the email is Forget Tenet. This is the time reversing story of the year.
Oh, okay.
Go on.
Okay. So, dear idiots, with the greatest respect, I know you've received an email similar to this a few years ago. However, I still thought I'd email in myself. I've been listening to the pod this year in reverse order, and I just wanted to share my experience with you. It's been fun to go back in time where fecal matter was more a novel topic for a 5-minute discussion rather than simply the genre of the podcast as it is now. I've noticed a particular transformation in Paul. Now a responsible father of 2, I've observed him trade in fatherhood for talking crap about his rabbits. I'm undecided which persona suits him best. Luke, however, seems to be an emotional constant.
Yeah.
Every episode, no
welcome.
matter how old or new it may be, Luke manages to operate as such a cantankerous man. It is quite commendable. And the whole Maplin's grudge was splendid. Hearing so much about it after the fact served as an incredible build-up to the actual incident itself. The payoff of the pay for 2 items separately, infiltration, was paramount to seeing all the Avengers together in Endgame.
I don't even remember. I don't even remember it. What the
I
payment
do.
for 2 items was.
Your sting, your Maplin sting that you recorded, and the guy was really helpful. Okay. But now we come to the main reason I wanted to email in. Tom Heron. A few years ago, you seemed to have a slight mental episode in which you were insecure about your ability to be funny. This is me talking now. That was due to an email. Just saying.
Yeah. What did the email say? You
I
don't
can't
have to-
remember. It was someone just saying I wasn't funny, basically, I think.
Cruel.
You have more than likely made a steady recovery from this incident, but from my perspective, I guess if you're listening backwards, is how I'm deciding to read it as. But from my perspective, you have slowly, painfully sank into a humorless misery. I have to say, it is the saddest thing I have ever had the pleasure of listening to. I imagine what you needed most at that point was the validation of a complete stranger. So here I am now to provide just that. You may or may not be the funniest on the pod or create the best jingles, but in my eyes, you are the de facto leader of the three of you, the front man.
Interesting.
Without you, I can't imagine the pod would be the same at all.
Well, that's true enough.
Anyway, that's about it. Enjoying the pod. Keep up the good work. I'll leave you with a question, as I know you love them so much. Have any of you been writing any new music in lockdown? Can't wait to hear it if so. Cheerio.
Well,
That's
good
a good
email.
email.
Barney
Good
Rubble.
email.
What was his
Good email.
Barney
Barney
Fluster?
Willow.
Barney
We'll just go with Barney Rubble.
Barney
Go
Rubble.
with Barney Rubble.
Thanks, Barney. Great email.
Good email.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Really good email.
I would like to ridicule it in some way, but as I usually do, but I'm finding it
He's
difficult
broken
to.
your emotional constant.
I know. It's ironic, isn't it, really? He's changed me. I'm going to be a changed man from now on. But no, that's good. It would be quite interesting to do that, to listen back.
Yeah.
And I don't really
Maybe I'll
wanna
do that as well, Barney Rubble.
Everyone do it. Google along.
I'm
listen along.
interested to see what my arc is.
Might be too painful, Tom.
It
by
might
the sounds
be.
of it.
I mean, it sounds like it. I was confused by that because
So he's implying that you genuinely weren't funny at the start.
and have got funnier.
Yeah, so listening
Is that
backwards.
what he's saying?
Yeah, because listening backwards, you're funny and then you turn into a miserable git.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
remember what you were like.
Someone
at
who
the
doesn't
start.
know what they're doing. Probably because maybe none of us were anything at the beginning. Because if you listen to the
Speak for
first
yourself,
episode of anyone's podcast, it's always a bit shit, isn't
Speak
it?
for yourself. No, you're right. I mean, I think the first ones there was more like stories, anecdotes.
Yeah.
The Cherry Coke. That was the first episode, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Shinobi.
Yeah, Shinobi versus paedophile. That was also probably the first paedophile reference, I guess, too. So
Yeah, from the
start as
first
you mean
episode
to go
of
on.
many.
I think.
I
Start as you
think,
mean to go on.
That was a theme for a few episodes.
Oh, imagine ending with that. Imagine that being the finale, that episode.
I'd be
Of this
interested
podcast.
to see what the sound was like. That's what I.
Yeah,
always,
that's it.
what I
It would
find
just be a
interesting.
decrease in sound.
Is the sound quality got any better, or has it got worse?
I think mine just comes and goes. I think when I ever get a new mic and can't work it.
Yeah, that's the behind the scenes bit of gossip the listeners need
Yeah.
to know is that Tom is very sensitive about what he sounds like sonically on this
Why?
pod. Yes.
Maybe that
always
plays
like, "Oh, I
into
don't
your.
sound-
Am I funny? Am
Don't
I
sound
funny?
as good as you guys.
Do I sound as
Well,
good?
that's just because I'm more conscious about how much better at this like recording thing than you are than I am, because you've got all the gear and I've got no idea.
Nice. I mean, I've got both of those things, but
Yeah, me too.
no, it's
Should
nice.
we,
That's a nice email. He's even inspired a little reflective moment as we discussed the journey of this pod. So thanks, Barney. You going to read the other one, or
Yeah. The title of this email is Long Time Listener, First Time Emailer, and the man's name is Alexander Lemon. Lemon.
Lemon?
Lemon? No,
With
An H.
as in LEHMAN.
Lyman.
Lemon.
Layman.
That's layman, isn't it? Like the Arsenal goalkeeper.
Okay,
Jens
Alexander.
Lehmann.
I'm going to go with Lemon.
Okay.
Alexander Lemon.
Okay.
Dear idiots, I've been meaning to email for a few years now. I was introduced to the pod by my girlfriend, and being an acoustics student, I had to listen.
What?
What's that?
Student. A
An
student
acoustics student.
of
Does that just mean he likes acoustics?
or
Or he's
reflections.
actually
like,
studying it?
But even so, I don't know why that means he had to listen to it. Unless it was sold as a podcast about acoustic treatment. How to acoustically treat your room.
We're all baffled, if that helps.
Oh, good point. Nice.
If
nice.
Yeah. I've always I've always described the pod to my musician friends as tour bus chat. Really
Yeah.
stupid, funny, random drivel, but that doesn't mean it isn't absolutely hilarious.
Okay.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Locker room chat, I call it.
Water
Locker room
cooler chat.
Yeah.
The jingles you guys make should be uploaded on Spotify as standalone. They're that good. They shouldn't.
Just in case it gets back to our
Yeah, I'm
careers.
tenanting what the jingles are going to be like today, and I'm saying they shouldn't. I have to apologise to Tom for accidentally causing a queue of fans to form at his Leeds gig a few years ago after spotting him loading out on stage. You can tell that, from that line, that how successful my band are, can't you?
What? Because
In the-
you were spotted.
I'm loading out.
Yeah, right.
I'm loading out straight off the stage. I also apologise for screaming Aberdeen and Tom Heron's a good man in between songs.
Nice.
Either way, Tom, keep on being a default man. Luke, keep on being miserable, and Paul, keep on being a lank. Your guys' pod has given me endless, though inconsistent, entertainment. Alex,
Brilliant.
little dig
Backhanded.
there at the end. I like that.
Yeah, that's nice. Thanks.
Good email.
What was his
Cheers,
name?
Alex Lemon.
Lemon. Oh, yeah, thanks a lot. Lovely email. Love to hear it. We love to hear it. Love to hear the praise.
See, Luke's changed, man. Whatever happened that previous email, something's happened to you, mate.
No, I'm just really grateful.
And I'm worried.
just really grateful for this podcast, and just for the chance to just chat to my friends and, get lovely people emailing, and that's just so beautiful, isn't it? It's so beautiful, especially in this world of craziness,
we need to-
where there's so much crazy stuff
You
going
need to
on.
speak to someone.
It's just such a beautiful, wonderful,
he's gone mad.
blessed thing.
He's lost
It's
it.
blessed. I'm so blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Hashtag live your best life now, please.
If you would like to have this kind of sincere reaction to your emails, please send one in, and
Please do.
you
And
can get the exact
email
same
is
treatment from Luke
hello.com.
at idiot-check.
And that will go straight through. If anyone wants to know, Tom sees the emails. That's why he reads them out. Me and Paul do not see them until they're either ignored, in which case we never see or hear them, or Tom reads them out. So
Just so people know, I've very, very rarely not read an email out.
well, beggars can't be
Because
choosers.
even
can we?
if they're dull, some weeks we get shit all. So if I save one back, it'll be read the next.
And hence that's why you're saving a shit email for future episodes.
So next week you'll know it wasn't as interesting as the ones you read out.
This is Idiot Check. Yeah, you probably subscribed to the wrong podcast tonight.
Oh shit!
I thought I would ask each of you, because I was talking about this with my wife the other day, and about a friend of mine and how they proposed, and it was so involved and like romantic and like cinematic, and then I was just laughing about the fact that in comparison mine sounds like the shittest thing ever. So I was wondering whether you guys would be up for sharing how you did it.
Not really.
Because I know you don't have to, but I know that Paul's is, if I remember from the time, because he told me about it, was pretty amazing. Do you remember, Paul?
I've got to try
You
and
must
remember what
remember, right?
happened exactly.
Well, you did
It's a
some kind of
big story,
scavenger
innit?
hunt, right?
Sort of. It was on Holly's birthday, right, which is on the 12th of December, 12/12.
Already in a good
Okay.
mood. Clever.
Yeah. And this was the year 2012.
Okay. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12. Yeah.
12, 12, 12, 12, 12.
Wow.
So she was
Yeah.
sort of expecting some kind of like something special.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously it's her birthday, so I was taking her out for her birthday. Took her for a nice little sundae in the morning. That's an ice cream thing, not the day. Then, what did we do? I think we went on the Brighton Wheel, which is quite shit. Have you been on that?
The one with Steve Coogan talks you round.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Telling you about stuff whilst you're at the bottom of the wheel, so you're kind of scrabbling around. I don't know. You could do the periscope as well or something. Did that, and then it was getting quite close to 12:12. The time, right?
Nice.
What do you reckon? What do you reckon I'd go and do then?
Proposed at 12:12.
Went for a shit in the Churchill Square car park. Not car park.
In the car park.
In the car park.
And it's no. I don't know why I said that. In the shopping centre. I went for I genuinely forgot and went for a dump.
Oh my god! I wasn't expecting this. This is not what I was thinking.
That's
you were
quite
gonna
interesting
say.
because mine has a bit of toilet embarrassment in it too. Yeah, maybe this is why we always bring it up. Toilet
It's a big part
stuff.
of our lives, and that's why we've just kind of stopped kidding ourselves. And it's a toilet podcast, isn't it?
I can't remember if this was pre or post proposing, but because I did mine in Paris because it was like easy romance
Classic.
points. But we just went for dinner and then like tried to go down by the take her down by the river thing and like do it down there, but she was like in a really bad mood because her feet. It was quite late, and I think we were drunk, and her feet were hurting, and I had her walking for ages to find somewhere that didn't look like it was. We were about to get mugged, and then we both really needed to go to the toilet, so we ended up in the street loos.
Yeah.
But neither of us wanted to wait outside and be like mugged, so we just both went inside and watched each other defecate.
Oh my god!
And then I think I might have proposed after that.
Oh, not in there then.
No, not
Not
while
after
you
the
were
flush.
right, while she was standing up and you were sitting down.
He's like, "Oh, are you proposing?"
This is kind of
No,
like on the knees,
I'm taking
isn't
a
it?
shit. I'm just taking a shit. Oh, I thought you were proposing.
Oh my
I might
god!
as well. Might as well. Yeah, I think it was. I can't because I remember I was joking about. Oh, imagine if I'd have done it in the toilet, that would have been funny, wouldn't it? So maybe it was. I did it afterwards, but
That's
it wasn't. It
fantastic.
wasn't. It didn't feel romantic at all.
I
'Cause
mean,
we
this
were
is
just
actually making mine sound all right in
Yeah.
comparison.
It had potential to be romantic, but it just doesn't, because you're trying to make it a surprise. It's like you can't. Why are we walking to the fucking river? I want to go to bed. So I can't tell you. I'm gonna ruin it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Why would? Yeah, it's the worst if they start getting upset or annoyed about.
Please
I
trust
thought
me. It's gonna be great. Yeah.
I thought Paul's had something to do with Harry Potter.
Yeah, it did in the end.
Oh yeah,
But
That was
you
after
forgot.
it's a
after
bit-
the shit.
It's quite sort of nice and successful after that. I don't think people want to hear about that,
No, that's boring.
do they?
Stick with the shit bit. That's the nicest bit. Move on.
Okay. Move on.
Okay, so
elbow
Woody Maris, let's
corpse.
check. We've got the jingle to do. So,
I haven't
Don't know how
told
we're
you
feeling.
I've proposed.
Oh yeah.
oh, sorry. Yeah,
You
'cause-
always forget about. I bring up a subject, and I ask you to all. What? So what do you do?
Well, you said you wanted to
why
know
don't you go
ours,
next,
so we
Paul?
went
Why don't
along
you
with it.
go next?
we didn't say we
It's
wanted to know yours.
it's rubbish. That's the point. The whole point of this thing was that like how rubbish mine
Okay,
was
okay
compared,
then. Go on
compared
then.
to everyone else. It's
I'm really
literally-
excited to
I
hear
took
this
it.
rubbish
I took
story.
her to Zizi's. All right, in Billericay. I took her to Zizi's in Billericay, and I asked her to marry me. Okay. No, sorry, no,
you
no.
have a
that
voucher?
is doing- I'm sorry. That is doing myself and my wife a disservice. It was Prezzo.
Better.
All right.
Thank you.
Spirits move me every time I'm near you, whirling like a cyclone in my mind. Could it be magic? No!
Why don't we do one more topic, whatever choice,
Hot topic. Anything exciting there?
and then we'll do jingles.
Embarrassing knob out incident. Jesus Christ.
What's that? Is that? Do you have one?
I
Tom?
have one, yeah. It's the same one that happened twice.
What?
The same.
How's it?
The same
how does that
knob.
happen?
The same knob, and the
Right.
same thing that happened, and it happened twice. I didn't learn essentially.
Right. Okay.
So when I must have been like 10 or something like that, maybe younger, slightly younger, 8 or 10. And I went swim. It both happened went swimming. So first one was at the swimming baths, and it was like the age where you go swimming with your mum. So I had my 2 brothers there, or maybe one of them. I don't know the other.
When's that age supposed to stop?
Never.
Okay. No, that's what I thought.
No.
Anyway.
No. But
Carry on.
when it's more common,
Okay, yeah,
when
yeah.
when you're not allowed to go on your own, basically.
Sure.
So we went swimming at the local swimming baths with my mum and my brother, and I had this pair of awesome Bart Simpson swimming trunks. Awesome. They're so good. They're basically blue with lots of pictures
Game-changing.
of Bart Simpson's head
Nice.
on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it might have been the style at the time. It might have just been my poor luck. They were kind of a bit more like cycling shorts
Okay.
than what you would picture as swimming trunks. And I was just like, just having a great time, jumping in the pool, splashing about as a child, loving it. And unfortunately, someone had to point out to me that my knob was out.
What? How?
Through a little hole in the front. It basically a hole
Classic.
had opened up in the front of the shorts.
Like a fly?
What do you mean?
A
What do you
seam.
mean it opened? Oh,
A
it
seam.
burst. It burst.
Ah.
Not the fly. Right. Gosh.
No,
How,
it was a
how
seam.
big were you back then?
I was going to
Very,
say.
very, very child size. We're talking like
Right.
8 years old.
8 inches.
But unfortunately, the person who pointed it out was my mum.
Oh, no. What'd she say?
I don't remember what she said, but she was the one. I remember vividly. It must have stuck in my mind because it's a long time ago. But that has stuck in my mind because it must have been so embarrassing because she had to point it out.
Yeah.
And that happened again.
It happened again whilst on holiday in France with my cousins.
We're in
And
the same
at
the same
jumping in a
trunks.
swimming pool, an outdoor swimming pool, same trunks. Didn't learn and
Bin those
came
trunks.
out. But then one of my female cousins had to point it out.
Oh, no.
I don't know why neither of these times I was aware.
Point out that you had your point out.
Yeah.
Well, it's still wet, isn't it? It's wet. Wet is
What's wet? What?
Wang.
Well, I just thought with the air,
Wet.
you would know, but maybe I don't know. I just didn't.
Sure.
It had to be pointed out to me twice, and
Yeah.
both of those do play on my mind every now and then.
Why are we so embarrassed of our todgers anyway?
Good question.
It's not necessarily that. It's more like being like the other people seeing it and going, "Your
Your todgers
your
hanging
cousin or your mum going, your knob is out."
But what word would they have said? What word would they have chosen?
Neither of them would have said a word for it. They would have just gone like, "Tom,
out. Your little member.
your
Bits.
trunks,"
You're showing.
or something like that. Very politely kind of tried to help.
Your penis is on display.
Almost worse. It's almost worse, isn't it, when they like beat around the bush?
Quite, yeah, as it were. Well, it's great.
knob outings.
Oh, I don't have any of those really.
Neither do I.
You never had any embarrassing knob out incidents.
I
I was going to start. There's a whole new feature.
Well, do write in
We
if you're
could do
listening
some
and
more.
you've had your knob out and you didn't realise.
We could pursue some in real life and see how we
I've
get on.
pitched it to ITV.
Very strange that we're so embarrassed of them. And they are
I mean,
kind
they're
of
not
gross,
great,
aren't
are
they?
they? Yeah, they're
Willies.
rubbish.
It's not
rubbish.
great.
I heard Eli was in the bath, and he sounded a bit panicked. Just went, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy, come here!" And I ran in, and he went, "What's this?" And basically just discovered his ball sack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the first time. He's like, what is this?
What is the meaning of this?
What did you say?
It's his ball bag.
It's nothing.
And it's supposed to be there.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. I said,
Ball
it's your
bag?
ball. Well, I said, it's your balls. Your balls. I mean, I don't. That's fine, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't need to say testicles or
Why not? Why
or
not educate
gonads
him
or whatever.
properly?
Balls.
Scrotum.
It's not testicles or gonads. They're not the only options. You just say testicles. to stick your scrotum, scrotal sack.
Scrote.
I was thinking about my scrotum yesterday, actually, and how, like, why? I think because what was it? I think I was listening to an old Adam and Joe, and they were talking about having a bath, and apparently, having a bath, it's bad for your sperm because you're warm. They're not supposed to be warm. That's why they dangle out. And then I was like, why do they dangle out? Why have we evolved that? Why didn't we evolve to have them like sperm that doesn't need to be cold? Why can't we? It just seems silly, doesn't it? It seems like a dumb thing to have won
Like,
the
not very
evolution
protected,
game.
is it?
I like the idea that there was a bunch of monkeys and they all had inbuilt little packs, and then there was one guy with a dangle one, and they took the mick out of him, dangly Dan or something.
Yeah.
And and then
Dangly Dan.
but they all died, and Dangly Dan's offspring lived on, and he's laughing now, isn't he? He's the one who
That'd make a good film.
Dangly Dan.
Dangly Dan. And he's picked on by these guys
Yeah, because he's got scrotum.
for his dangly balls, and then something terrible happens, and Dangly Dan lives on.
Yeah,
And everyone's got
Everyone's-
bollocks
yeah,
hanging out there, hanging out their front.
Yeah, they are frustrating. They are very frustrating little things.
Dangly Dan.
Put them somewhere. Where would you put them?
Just like stitch them up, so they just don't dangle. They can still be there, but just like
You can
inside.
tape them up.
Stick 'em inside.
Tape them up.
Stick him inside,
Yeah.
Shove them up your ass.
Luke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you think they came
I
from?
think we need to. Where do you think? I didn't know they came from.
I don't
my
think
arse.
you are the best person to be teaching your son about his bits.
I don't think I shut
Yeah,
them out.
I didn't tell him
That's
that, did I? Just told him they're his balls, and they should be there.
They should be there.
Do you remember the first time you saw your balls or noticed them?
No.
No. Must be a shock though.
God, this podcast.
I mean, I don't.
So no wonder no girls email in, is it? Fucking hell.
Let's heighten the quality of the conversation by listening to our ridiculous jingles.
Rumble in the jingle. It's rumble in the jingle, everyone. Rumble in the jingle. It's rumble in the jingle, everyone. We've written little jingles. Time to pit them against one another.
To retread, we did Disney songs. Yeah, there seemed to be some kind of confusion there. So you've rewritten.
Luke, how have you, without giving away what your jingle is, how have you interpreted?
Well, to be honest, I
Disney
struggled
songs?
to actually think of anything because, unlike the theory that you seem to have, I don't really like Disney films, and I don't know any Disney songs or like care about Disney songs.
Okay.
So I didn't
Just a
really,
little
I don't like
scared.
have an archive of them there ready to go. So I was like, I don't know what to do. So what I ended up doing was imagining a Disney film that didn't have any songs and wrote a song in the style of a Disney song.
Wait, so you're not chosen an actual Disney movie to
No,
write a song
I have.
for?
I've chosen
Okay.
a Disney movie, I've chosen a Disney composer, and I have created a song for a Disney film that doesn't have any songs
Ah,
in the
that's a good
style of a
interpretation.
Disney songwriter.
That's more
Take.
inventive than what I done.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Well, it was just the only idea that came into my head that I thought, I can do that. And it turned out to be quite tricky, but this came to me this morning when I was making my coffee.
So we listened to your one, yeah?
Are we?
You set it up.
Oh, okay, fine. So this is a song for the film WALL-E,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
as if Randy Newman did it.
Yes.
Mm,
Like that.
excellent. So we're going to get an impression now. Yes.
Well, it takes some boxes. Funny voice.
We're about to
Bass,
hear how good
horrible humour.
Luke's Randy Newman impression is.
It's good.
Let's-
It's really good. So it's called Have You Got a USB?
Wally, Wally. No, not that lanky spectacled twat. I'm talking about the cute little robot friend. I thought you understood that. Wally. Wally. The sweet little robot guy. He's lived alone for 1,000 years. He's the horniest robot alive.
Horniest?
Searching the planet for a friendship to click, a corresponding hole for his floppy disk. The lifelong search for compatibility. He's sexually charged, you see. He just needs a USB.
Good plan.
Wally, sweet Wally. Filthy little pervy guy. He'll watch Dirty Dancing over and over again, with tears in his PC eye. He's been searching the planet for a booty to hit. He's been making do with a boot full of shit. Got a rusty little sex drive. He's a solid state, but he's so very cute, you see. So who's got a USB? Who's got a USB? Who got a USB?
Very good.
Still, no, Tom, it's still going.
Yeah, no, that's it. There was some computer nerdy references in there.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed that. It's very Maplin.
Very
That's a roll
Maplins.
off your tongue because you're such a techie little
P8
techster.
PCI. I didn't think people knew what that was, but I put it in there.
I didn't.
Oh, PCI.
I didn't.
I thought you were having a go at PCs.
Yeah.
Oh no!
But
yeah.
now that makes more sense because of the
PCI.
whole tier
It's
in his PCI.
He's definitely a
PCI.
PC compared to.
No, he has a Mac.
more-
He has a
more
Mac
Mac-y.
startup sound. That's the whole
Really?
little in joke. Yeah, when he turns on. Yeah, there's a few references to the film there because he sees, he watches that dancing thing,
Yeah.
and I just said it
Dirty
was dirty
Dancing.
dancing. But
That's good. That,
yeah, there's a
that
few
made me
things
laugh.
it could have been better, but you know, I also cheated and made my voice a little bit lower to.
I noticed that.
Sounded like
You-
Randy Newman had had a stroke.
It just sounded like Luke had had a stroke.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You got a friend in me. I think Randy Newman's a little bit more goofy sounding. isn't he?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
struggled to. It was just quite difficult in the end to play the song and make a silly voice.
No, that's the guy from Goonies. I thought it was funny though. I thought it was good.
It was good. Good song, mate.
Thanks, everyone.
Who's next?
Well, they might. Let's just put Paul
last.
last, obviously, because he's going to win. So you might as well just have him finish us off.
Okay.
So I'll go next. This is it's going to be very evident what it is as soon as you hear it. So I won't bother telling you what it is. It's just a well-known Disney song done in an aggressive style with stupid words, but different from the ones that are in the film a bit.
Yes.
The soundtrack is always heinous, floating down through the waves.
Your music sounds like an anus farting in a watery grave. Just listen to reggae crap, man, as he tries not to appropriate. The melody beneath the ocean will make your songs evaporate. Under the sea, there's no Cardi B. Down where it's wetter, we can do better musically. Up there you idolize James Bay. Down here his hat would float away. No need to fret about David Guetta under the sea. Down here there's no Ed Sheeran, just an orange oyster shell. No stupid little guitar rap man, but he does do it all on himself. The music may sound diluted, and we do enjoy wet, 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 but it cannot be disputed that Marty Pello is the best. Under the sea, no celebrities. Down in the water, you really ought to listen to me. Up there you worship Maroon 5. Down here they wouldn't be alive. No Brian Wilson,
Do have Dennis Wilson.
under the sea. We do put on Enya, shitloads of Enya under the sea.
Oh,
Oh,
that's brilliant.
relentless.
It's a bit,
good.
a bit harsh on Dennis Wilson there. Very much
get
do
a
have
Beach
Dennis
Boys
Wilson
track in
under
there.
the sea. Yeah.
That's good. That was very
Brilliant.
good. Good references.
There's a certain band who sound exactly like that, and I can't pinpoint it, especially in the
Well,
verses.
it's no effects kind of thing in it.
Yeah.
That style.
No, that was good. So was that just a backing track? Did you kind of?
No, I made that. That's me playing the guitar
Oh man,
Is it?
and programmed the drums.
Nice.
Obviously, I couldn't play the
Oh
drums.
shit,
so I
you've done more
programmed
work
the
than I
drums.
have.
Yeah.
that's really good.
The
Top C, he's now a multi-instrumentalist,
I think
producer.
we've done.
I
It'd
can
be
play.
interesting
I can
to
play
see
power chords. That's it.
what Paul's done in relation, because I feel like you've done quite.
Yeah, I
a
don't
lot.
want to get too excited here because it's going well for me at this point. But let's
Yeah.
just listen to Paul so we can just go.
You've
with the fact that
put
he's
quite a
fine.
lot of production effort into that, as well as
Yeah.
yours. I've put more
And-
songwriting creativity into mine. Yeah, sure. And Paul, we'll see where he lands.
Well, I really works on the voice. I'm surprised. I thought we were all going to do the same song.
No, I mean we always think that, don't we?
I never really thought this time. Anyway, I thought there'd be one clash. I'm quite looking forward to that day.
I wonder what. Should we put a bet on Tom? What if he thinks we've done this? That means Paul's picked what he thinks is a very obvious song.
I'm gonna go with something from the Jungle Book.
Ooh,
Should we do
yeah.
Should we do the Plan B one first? The little
Oh, yeah,
slider.
you'll do Plan B first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
As well.
I nearly did one idea I had was a Lion King, something to do with like a cute motherfucker or something instead of a Hakuna Matata. That's all I had. That's what does that even mean?
It's a reach. I had to think for a
It's
second.
it's a real reach.
Yeah. I had so many shit ideas myself.
I really wanted to do a kind of taking the piss out of woke people and do like a woke new world, like Aladdin.
Yeah.
But Hannah wouldn't let me do that. I get in trouble.
So this is your backup, right? Paul?
Yeah, this was just in case I didn't have enough time, but this one, yes, let's just play it. This was going to be one of my efforts, and I had a few ideas. Like I was going to do one of my ideas was to do "Let It Go" from Frozen about
I was
a guff that was
yes, I think actually,
too
yeah,
obvious.
Hannah might have given me that idea.
Oh
do that.
man, I wish you'd done that.
Because all the lyrics could easily be about a fart, nearly in the chorus
I think
anyway.
You should do that anyway.
But I honestly can't find my folder where I keep all my farts. But no matter.
Oh, that's a shame.
It's called your ass, Paul.
It's killed my ass. That's true. That's true. I've got a microphone. I've got an ass, and I've been eating lots of
Flappy folder.
aubergine and tomato sauce. So, right.
Fleshy folder.
Should we
All
do
right, let's
this?
go. Yep.
I'm the king of the swingers, or I have sex with your wife.
So So
That
Okay.
tickled me.
that was
It's a good voice.
I think, oh man, I felt like I was in the jungle as well. How
Yeah,
did you
it
do
did.
it, Paul?
good.
Good ambience.
Good, wasn't it? I should have done that one, shouldn't I? I should have just gone
Probably.
with that.
Well, we'll find out in a minute.
Oh, I had that idea too late, but this is the initial idea I had. Oh God, I tried a few voices; it just wasn't working. But I'm not especially happy with the voice I went with.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
Quite annoying. Quite.
I just
quite
hope it's racist. I hope it's.
Well, that's why I didn't do Sebastian's voice. If you noticed that, I didn't do a Jamaican accent. So
I don't think anyone will be offended by this. Actually, I think
Oh,
it's
that's
a
a shame.
celebration. Let's do this.
You see that formation of pebbles there? Right there? That's the exact spot Neil Morrissey stood when they filmed that episode of Men Behaving Badly here. I know, isn't it magical? That's only 9/10 of what we have on offer here. Hold my hand, my dear, and let me take you on a ride on my magical lino flooring. I can show you where they
nice.
Goring, Findon and Lancing. The lack of social distancing will scare your farts back inside. Welcome to my hometown, home of one-legged seagulls. Imagine Brighton with shite on every paving stone you see. A whole new world, the spiritual home of frozen food. If the good restaurant's fully booked, I guess we're hooked. Unless you fancy a wimpy, a whole new world, a baffling driving attitude. If there's a road to cross, take the afternoon off. If the drivers here are all selfish barking twats and pricks, stay alert or you might get a blast from a hobo on the bench outside Wilco's. If I don't blast you first, a whole new world. We have shops and roads and bins, and if you need a Twix, the shop's shut at 6. To get one before closing, Madonna grew up here with her fantastic pointy boobs. And though that is a lie, the rhyme was nice. Let me share my wimpy chips with you. A whole new world, a lovely Twix. Let's get some dinner deals at Wimpy. Oh, and also, Luke from the Kook's sister was born here but did not grow up here. In fact, I don't think she's been back at all.
Wow.
yeah, I was really hoping you were going to bring up the blog.
How could I not? It's on the Wikipedia even.
No, I took it off.
Did you?
I took it off, guys. I couldn't
What?
live with myself. I couldn't
Are you
live
serious?
with myself.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Got
I
it.
didn't want to. I didn't like soiling the good resource that is Wikipedia.
Oh, put it on the map, man.
could
I
put
mean,
it
you've
back.
just put Worthing on the map with that jingle.
Yeah. We can upload that jingle.
Get more tourists on the back of that.
That was brilliant, mate. Well done.
I was a little confused why Stewie from Family Guy was singing it.
It was a bit like that, wasn't it? I thought it was Giles Brandreth to begin with, and then as it went on,
I don't even know
I
who
got
that is.
tired and just couldn't keep it up.
Good lyrics, though. Very good.
Cheers,
Very
mate.
good.
You really paint a picture of Worthing
Yeah.
that I can see.
I don't think you mentioned Worthing in it at all.
No, you didn't.
Not true. Not
Oh,
true.
really?
First line, I will show you Worthing.
That's because Luke talked over
I didn't
that
get
bit.
that. Did I?
You should have got it from the Men Behaving Badly mention, because we all know there was that episode of Men Behaving Badly filmed in Worthing.
Oh, yeah. How can we
Don't we?
forget?
Don't
Do I
we?
know that? Do I know that?
Exactly. Yeah. I think they used it as an example of a terrible place to have to go for a business conference.
Brilliant.
In it.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
They were right.
And everyone was talking about how they saw Martin Clunes and Neil Morrissey on the rocks. It was a big deal.
Was it them on the bench as well?
It could have been. They
That's
never
a
left.
good rumour we could start.
Yeah.
No, it
Add
was
that,
Richard.
Yes.
Get that Wikipedia page back up and
was
start
Richard
the
Neil
rumour.
Morrissey,
Some
Martin
say
Clunes.
they thought it was Martin Clunes and Neil Morrissey.
I'm
doing
not
the
saying
deed.
that, but some people have said it.
Rumour has it that Men Behaving Badly stars have not finished behaving badly.
I mean, it's right for just the fact that one of them's called Richard Dawkins is enough to create some confusion, isn't it?
Some buzz. Oh, it's fantastic.
Thought it
Yeah,
would,
it's
but
true.
what I should have done, I should have linked the mention of Richard
Well,
Dawkins
you
to
were
Richard
gonna,
Dawkins.
and then you
no, of course
bottled
I'm not
it.
going to do that. Are you kidding me? Come after me with his
What are
atheist
you going to do?
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Well, that's
Yeah.
another
Jings.
Jing feature, nation's favourite feature.
Yeah.
Actually, tell us what you thought.
Pretty good going today, I thought.
Yeah, good bunch, good bunch.
Yeah, good innings.
Not nearly
No
as shit as I thought
phone-ins.
they
That
were
was
gonna
quite, effort was put in.
This is a good show, isn't it?
I don't know about that.
I would like to make a podcast of my pod. This is just a podcast casting pod. Would like to make a podcast of my pod. No.
be. What about ideas for TV shows part 2?
Oh yeah, I've got a few of those.
I've got a few of those as well. Luke, you got any?
Luke,
What is it?
definitely has.
Ideas for TV shows? No, I haven't got anything.
No. Okay. Shall we
Go on.
trade? How many have you got, Paul?
I've got 3 that I've got explanations for, but I might not do all of them because
We've done this before, haven't we?
Yeah, it's part 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're just
okay.
racking them up.
I'll just judge them then. Tell you which one I'm going to invest in.
Yeah, you're the director of Channel 4 and you get Netflix or whatever.
Channel 4? Is that the quality we're going for?
Channel
Channel 4.
5. Channel 5 is the quality we're actually
Okay.
aiming at here.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch me.
Okay, so first one, it's The Masked Ginger.
The Masked Ginger, okay.
No, Masked Ginger. So that's a pun on The Masked Singer, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, right.
Did you get that? Yeah. So it's just like a sort of social experiment where gingers go back to school wearing a full mask or like helmet, and we find out if they still get bullied.
Hang on. Mask or helmet? Which
Yeah, or just a full head mask, so the hair is
like a wig. I
not
think they call
visible.
them.
A hair mask,
Or a
So
wig.
not a wig.
a hair. Well, it's got to be It's got to be called a masked for the the title.
Okay.
Okay. Are you gonna invest in that one? Yes or no, Luke?
No, that's a no, I think, because
Okay.
it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, okay. How about Love Pyland?
Okay.
Colonise a load of fatties on an island with Frey Bentos and see what happens. Presented by Bird and Matthews.
Presented by
Bird
Phil.
Matthews.
Yeah, but he's not a dude, though, is he? I just mean, like,
He might be.
who's the presenter? Phil Jupitus, or
Bird and Matthews.
he needs a job.
Phil Jupiter could do it.
Yeah. I'm just
That'd be good.
trying to think of a fat person.
Oh, right. What about Rick Waller? Presented by Rick Waller.
Yeah, that's good. Love Pyland.
Yeah.
I like that. I reckon Channel 5 will take that.
Excellent.
You'd watch that as well, Luke.
He definitely would. I'm pandering to Luke's taste
I don't know if
here.
I would watch it, but maybe I would. I wonder if you should do summary first and then pun reveal. I don't know.
Okay, let's try that.
That's a good idea. Good idea. Like that. All right. Carol Smiley and a team of labourers decorate expectant mothers' wombs to make them more interesting for the baby.
Can I predict the title?
Yeah.
Changing wombs?
Yep.
Where is Carol Smiley? What's she up to?
I think
Carol
all of these
Smiley.
might be quite predictable if with the
Well,
Yeah, but I
But
think
that's quite funny.
the summary there is not allowed to contain
True.
a word. Yeah, from the title.
Decorate
gave it away
expectant mother's. It's
birthing areas.
birth bits.
Birth area.
Birth pits.
Birth pits.
Cervixes.
Oh, God.
Okay, that's good though. I don't know. That feels like a sort of Channel 4 type thing. But Smiley is very. What was
BBC
Changing
Two.
Rooms? Was that was three? Was that 3?
Was that ITV? Yeah.
I don't remember.
I sing Changing Rooms theme tune every now and again. It comes into my head. It's really
Changing
weird, yeah.
rooms, changing rooms.
No, that wasn't it.
No.
It was. Was that one?
Oh, yeah.
No idea.
So you can have that, guys. I went for the whole
Okay.
thing.
How about this one?
Changing Rooms. Yeah, go on.
West Country-based real estate agents and identical twins Giles and Barney Applesider show farmers fancy barns and try not to draw attention to the fact they only employ buxom blonde women who are all mysteriously related to them.
Oh God, it's become a game. I've got no idea. It sounds great.
Shall I tell you?
Is it a famous? Is it a famous pun? Would we get it?
Yeah, definitely.
It feels too complicated, so I'm trying
on.
to connect too many dots.
Selling Somerset.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was trying to think of something with like
Yeah.
incest.
Oh, cool.
in it or
Well,
something.
okay, now I see. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm spelling
we
it.
might
I'm
have stumbled
spelling it
across
out for you here.
This might be a-
You really were. You really were. That was kind of obvious.
This might be a future feature,
It's good,
guys.
though.
You might have stumbled across a feature here.
Well, this is what Punderdome it is.
Yeah, essentially, we've just
Suppose so.
That we completely failed at doing.
we've
Punderdome.
this is honing it. All right, Paul, go for it.
Oh, this isn't very good. Right. A documentary about how the infrastructure of international rescue would collapse if you removed one of the brothers.
International Rescue.
Something
Is
to do
that a
with
reference to
Thunderbirds.
Yeah, Thunderbirds.
It is a pun, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't like doing this order. I don't really... Wow.
Go on then. Well, you haven't got descriptions for the rest of yours, have you? So you're going to just have to
No.
say them. So it's fine. What is it?
Without a Tracy.
Oh, okay.
It's good, isn't it?
That's quite good.
The name came first.
Yeah, that's good. That
That
makes it a good
that's-
punchline.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What are you talking about?
Tracy.
Great.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
it's brilliant.
No, that's great.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that is really good.
I can see that on telly.
Yeah, no, that one's good. That one's happening.
Susan Boyle moves to the Big Apple to join the police.
Susan Boyle moves to so New York fatty.
Hang on.
It's a TV show.
BMI New York.
No.
TV show, CSI.
NYPD Sue.
Wow, that's good too. That one's definitely a Channel 5.
I'll give them a headline so we could sort of, if there's something that comes to mind. What about the Degeneration game?
Yeah, that's good.
Degeneration
That'd be
game.
good. Yeah.
Is it like old people with Alzheimer's battle? Just
Their own
fight.
demons.
No, just fight each other. It's just like
Oh,
it's
right.
like
Like bum
it's like any
fighting.
old game show, but all the contestants have Alzheimer's.
It could be one where the same thing's going past on that little travelator thing, and the same, the prizes, and the
Yeah.
same thing's going past.
Yeah.
And the first one to forget what it is wins.
That's the. Did I tell you about that game, The Forgotten Banana?
It's not good. No.
It's a game we used to play when we were kids. It's called The Forgotten Banana. Basically, you put a banana in the middle of the room, and the first person to forget it's there wins.
That rings a bell, actually. That's a good
How
game.
does that
But
work?
the problem is, if you're
Yeah.
referring to the fact you've forgotten it's there, then you're referring to something that you've forgotten, therefore
That's
you've
true.
not forgotten it.
So who won? Whoever won?
No one ever won, obviously.
Ah, bastard.
Ridiculous 80s pop group eats sweets for ages.
I'm buying the show.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't know what the title is though.
Super Haribo Bros.
Is that
Oh, right.
as in Super Mario Brothers, right? That's what you're.
Super Mario
yeah.
Bros. Super Haribo
hell.
Bros.
It's good.
I
It's good.
took a mental leap to get that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a reach, that one.
How I Hit Your Mother. No, let's not do that.
That's a show about domestic violence.
Yeah. The
That's good. I
old
like
grey
that
bristled testes.
one. Bristol.
Yeah.
Is that just a show
I like that. I like that.
showcasing...
Just different testes.
do they
I
sing?
like the idea. It's one of those dating shows. What was that one where they had to pick who they'd go on a date with just looking at their boobs or willy?
Oh, that's
Oh,
recent. That's
naked-
a recent one, isn't it?
Naked
It's like that.
Attraction.
But it's just old men's testicles they have to look at. It's like it's just
So
an old
it's not-
person dating show.
And
Yes.
the format is they're in a bath and they're fully submerged, but the goods will float to the top. Ideally,
That's the
Ideally.
test. That's the test.
maybe
element
the
of it.
first to the top wins. Yeah.
And then what? The contestant has to choose which one
Yeah.
they want to
Yeah,
take
based
home.
on the
Based on the buoyancy of their testicles.
and how buoyant they are. It's good, isn't it?
Really
Yeah, that
good.
one's good. That one's good. Presented by that what's his name, Geordie guy.
Sting.
No, the one
Jimmy
from
Nail.
who did the dating show about. I've forgotten everyone's name.
An aging Star Wars actor is forced to help children who don't know who he is with their problems.
An aging Star Wars, not a prince. Is he a principal? Are we talking about
Yes,
a very?
yes.
So it's Mark Hamill, or it must be.
Harrison.
No, he wouldn't. I don't think Tom would use Harrison in such a cheap way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mark Hamill's the aging twat that no one likes anymore. Hampstead.
Hamill fix it.
You're so that, yeah.
Hamill fix it, yeah. No, that was close. Hamill fix it. It's so rubbish.
You got any more, Paul?
Not really. Poo detective.
Poo detective.
Yeah, that'd be like Gillian McKeith, I suppose. Just rummaging around in people's
Arseholes.
And every time she rummages around in one, she thinks it's down to occult activity.
Yeah.
It must be a cult. There's no
Yeah,
way it
it's
can
true.
smell this bad without dark magic. Got one more to finish off. A sideways glance at toxic masculinity in a burgeoning Worthing male dynasty.
What?
But I don't know.
Is this a reference in the Bloz bench?
Is it?
Is it?
No,
I don't know, I'm asking.
Don't know.
It's not,
Men of Steel.
what's that? Oh, what?
It's good. It's a good one to end with.
It's a mic drop moment, clearly, because Paul's fallen off something.
Paul's upset, if anything. Paul's annoyed.
It's annoyed
It
me.
is a bit insulting. That's why.
Don't.
I'm just making reference to the fact that, the males in your family, they keep on coming.
Yeah, true.
And because you're males, toxic masculinity could happen, and you're in Worthing. So technically, it's all factual.
I don't like to think of my masculinity is actually
quite toxic.
quite considerate and
Is it?
lovely. Yeah.
Smells toxic, though, doesn't it?
I thought that was good. That was a good feature.
Not
That
bad.
That was good. Good feature.
we need a name
should,
for it.
we should do that better next time because now we know what we're going for.
We need a name for
Yeah,
it.
you're
That'd be
right.
Pun,
Not Punderdome. No. It doesn't have to be.
Pun times.
It's got to be sort of TV shit flicks.
Shit. Betflix. Better flicks. But
Pun TV Plus. No. Amazon puns.
punny I made shrunk the punny I made show. Punny I shrunk the show. Okay.
Can we just call it Without a Tracy and be done
Yeah.
with it?
Okay, yeah.
okay.
Good idea. Without a
It
trace.
do
was
that.
the best
Yeah.
one.
5, 4,
3, 2, 1.
Without a tracing. Will you make Spacey? Without a tracing.
Tell us about the Shit Ninjas follow-up.
So I made a point of it on this birth, which is nearly 5 months ago now. Brilliant. Topical. I made a point of keeping my eye I wasn't at that end, but I was keeping my eyes down the end to see if at any point.
Do you want to just recap on what you're talking about?
Shit Ninja. So not a lot of people know this, but
is this actually true? I can't remember if this is actually true, or you just made it up completely.
Yeah. And I learned this in an NCT class, and there is a member of the nursing staff who will swoop in during labour, and because in labour, they say most women shit themselves, right?
Yeah.
Whilst they're giving birth.
Yeah.
But lots of them say they haven't. But that's because there's a little ninja who drops in.
I mean, you've chosen the ninja.
Well, yeah, I suppose I have.
That's good.
Not
officially
an actual ninja, but someone who is stealthy enough to get in and out.
Quickly sweep them up.
So you don't notice any mess. So you don't feel embarrassed, I suppose. I suppose it also doesn't cover the baby in shit. And I didn't. I was too. Holly had a C-section last time, so it didn't really happen. So this time I was like, I'm going to get you, ninja. Mm-hmm. I kept my eye down that area. So I was at Holly's head, but I was just kind of looking at what was going on. This was weird because they were all in masks as well. They were all COVIDized, so you couldn't really see anyone's faces. Yeah. So they all look like ninjas anyway.
Like ninjas, yeah, right.
So I was thinking that's the perfect smoke screen, isn't it? So it was getting through the labour. It was getting pretty intense. Holly was giving her a good old push, a real good. So I was thinking, this is it. I'm going to get them. If they're coming in, I'm keeping my eye on them. But then one of the nurses / midwives pressed an alarm, and loads of people came in, and it got a bit scary for a bit.
Oh.
Right, and I freaked out. I tried to get out of the way by, there was this, like a chair, the chair that I was sitting on, and there was a cabinet next to it, and I managed to sort of wedge myself between them. Kind of look great, to be honest. But I just didn't want anyone bumping into me because I'm a big guy.
Sure.
But
have we ever mentioned that on the pod? I don't know if we have. He's a big guy.
He's a good man, and I was, but still sort of keeping my eye on it. But
he's big.
What was clear to me then was that alarm was, get loads of people in here. Shit Ninja will come in underneath them like a sort of scrum. So
we've got a keen eye here. We've got a guy who's clearly like
he's onto us.
He's a spotter.
Yeah. Totally. Maybe they heard the podcast as well and saw me coming. They prepped this thing.
Yeah, that
so there's people
sense.
rushing in. There was alarms going. So I think that in itself is proof.
Yeah, I agree.
That there is the Shit Ninja.
Yeah. I mean,
even though you still haven't seen one with your own eyes.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can. They're that good.
No, they've got
if
it
you
down,
do see one, then they're not doing their jobs.
You know how ninjas, like, if you like think of a ninja in your mind, you'd think of like a person all in sort of black attire with maybe like a bandana or something over their face, with just the eyes being uncovered. Is the Shit Ninja in brown?
Like the UPS delivery men.
yeah, kind of a sort of a shitty, nutty brown colour.
Oh no!
So they don't. They can just rub it. They can just rub it onto themselves and run out rather than
they just roll round in it. They like just. You know how ninjas sort of like do a lot of like roly-polies and stuff? Maybe that's what they're doing. They're just soaking it up in their brown clothing.
Roly-polies.
Oh, God.
It's a good question. And you'll have to have another kid, Paul, to...
Why don't you have a kid, mate?
Well, because you've got it going,
get a bit...
haven't you? I'm getting a little
I've had
bit.
enough. I've had enough.
That's your thing, Paul.
I've had
don't want to
enough.
take your thing away from you. Well, that's a good little update on that.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I mean,
the ongoing saga of
this is going to be like the Doodle story, isn't it?
I might do a sort of Louis Theroux piece on it and maybe go into see if I can get in on some more births at the business end. Maybe
you should just start inviting yourself into all the births you can.
That's what I was thinking.
You know, just sneak in. Maybe you could infiltrate the ninjas by becoming one yourself.
Yeah.
Huh?
You don't want to do that, do you?
First step,
Go in.
brown
Yeah,
clothes.
it's not a fun job.
Not the best job.
No, especially if I don't have the equipment, I'll just end up. That'd be awful. They must have some sort of special shit catcher.
You need to get a pair of dung chucks.
I think they've got to be.
There
quite,
it is.
They've got to be quite
There
short.
it is.
I would have thought as well. Brilliant. Well, we're back to shit. So it's probably
Finish
a good
out
time
as we mean to go on.
Finish
Good.
out the episode.
This is fun.
Jesus Christ. Thanks for listening. Email in hello@idiot-check.com if you've got
Send
a
us
burning,
things. Send us stuff.
question.
Send
We
us
didn't
your
even
ideas.
answer the other guy's question. Have we been writing music? Yeah, obviously we have.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, all
All
been
right,
doing
next.
that. Send us in your Without a
Patreon.
Tracy's. Why not?
Without a Tracy, yeah, if you come up with a idea for a TV show, we'll come up with the title. Pledge, give us some money in that if you want.
Yeah.
You don't have
Do
to.
it.
It's kind of a stupid thing to do, really, isn't it? But
It's
if you want to, it's £1.20 or no, it's $1.20.
it's a good thing
It's supposed to be like-
to spend your money on in a pandemic.
Good
Yeah.
point.
Entertainment.
Well, the pandemic will be over by the next payment
Good
they
point.
take.
Yeah,
I
we
imagine.
would have forgotten about it.
I don't reckon, way things are looking.
It's going the other way, isn't it? It's going the other way.
But yeah, thanks a lot, everyone. Energy
Cheers,
is
everyone.
done. Energy's waned. I guess the only thing left to say is goodbye.
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 It's the idiot check, it's the idiot check. Have we accounted for all those idiots yet? It's the idiot check, it's the idiot check. Oh dear, they've all gone.
Well, do write in if you're listening and you've had your knob out and you didn't realise. Or vagina.